They said that's kind of how, and allegedly, Wack100 became the game's manager down the road because supposedly
I heard there's some footage of Game being knocked out at the Fox Hill Mall that Wack is keeping sacred. I heard that.
It was that the one where he got knocked out by
Rose
Mo?
Mo, rest in peace. Laid him on his back, put him in convulsions and shit.
Let's go back to when 50 Cent was online. They were doing This Is 50. The guests of the show were asking about Spider and I think a couple other Hot Rod, yeah. You know, what's going on? And he kind of looked like he was.
What the fuck kind of questions is these? You motherfuckers don't even know how to ask good questions.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I saw that. I thought that was some real hating shit.
That's extremely hating. And then he went on further to say, I don't know where all this interest all of a sudden is coming for Spider Loc and Hot Rod. The fuck you mean? Regardless of why, nigga, this is what you up here asking about and it's here. Then he went on to explain, neither one of them have any interest in music that's out. And interesting is such a subjective word. It's like, how do you decide that, bro?
Yeah.
But, hey, you know. I'm gonna shout out Crayola for their latest development of the new color they added into their latest color, Beautiful. It's a big corporation that we all been influenced by since younger than his age, you know, so, you know, I think Crayola would beg to differ with him a little bit.
Yeah. I agree. Did 50 Cent ever respond to you after you went, because I remember I think you went and responded after that.
Well, what happened was some years after that, you know, Throwback Thursday is a tradition, social media, and just me participating on my own little private personal page. It's not private, it's public, but it's nothing major. I just happened to have a Throwback Thursday post of the video when I realized 50 Cent was hating on me. And I added him, and I guess it irritated him to the point where he gave a response via his page. And, you know, people screenshotted it, but shout out Doggy Diamond. Doggy Diamond did a little piece on it exposing it. He subsequently took it down, but he was explaining that he wasn't hating on me in that video. Once again, insulting the viewer. Because he insulted the viewers that asked about me, first of all, told they didn't know how to ask good questions. And now anyone that can just open their eyes and see how obvious it is that he was hating, he's explaining to you all that you're stupid again, because he's not hating. He was only frustrated because I didn't deliver. When, like I tell you, he told me he had all the big plans for the Beautiful World. He was gonna make my record off the soundtrack, the third single. He also told Sal Martino, shout out to Sal Martino, the owner and the director of Parole Films, that he was gonna purchase the film. And he also, in 06, in studio sessions in Connecticut at the old Mike Tyson matches that turned into be his, he told me that my album was ready for the shelf, $16.99. I thought he meant the shelf purchase and not the shelf for collecting dust. But he was like very excited, $16.99, ready for the shelf. It was me, my nigga Puto, and Turtle there. Rest in peace. Turtle is dead and gone now. Love you, Loc. But Puto was there. Yeah, 50 know the Puto real well. And, you know, he made that statement over and over again. He was very elated, excited by the fact that I had came to his house, had a few studio sessions, and I completed my record. And that was in 06. So for him to turn around and say I didn't deliver, you know, motherfucking lie.
So you leave G-Unit.
It's funny because I never got to leave G-Unit. You know, it's like how I was sharing with you earlier. As a man, it got to a point where it was time for me to part ways with Suge Knight, and it took courage for me to approach him and ask or allow him, you know, to know that that was my interest. And I guess it would probably take the same amount of courage for 50 Cent to approach me and let me know that it was time to part ways, but he could never muster up enough courage to approach the Loc in such a fashion. So I never got the opportunity to leave G-Unit. I guess G-Unit's secret he left me. Like your bitch sneaking out going to fuck on you. You don't know she's sucking a gang of other dick. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know. She's still coming home, jumping in the bed, telling she got a headache. All he had to do was telling me it's time to break, you know what I'm saying? But he never had the courage to approach the Loc like that. So therefore, I never was aware of the fact that there was a departure from G-Unit. The general public let me know I wasn't in G-Unit by steady asking me, why the fuck, where you at? And then they started having all these reunions, which I started to realize perhaps were not the type of reunions I wanted to be a participant in, but it was shocking to see 50 Cent mend his obviously dysfunctional relationship with one such as Young Buck. And, you know, that was just odd to me. After Young Buck said fuck G-Unit and ran around and made it his business to associate with everybody that 50 Cent had a problem with. I had no idea why he would want to hug him again. I was also just shocked to see everything they went with the game. And then through the years, they keep encountering each other at events and venues, and they hug and kiss and take pictures. That's odd to me. I don't understand that. I understand men feeling like they don't have to be ignorant about situations and being violent, but I also know that you don't, especially from the 50 Cent standpoint, I don't understand why you have to hug and kiss your enemy. That just doesn't make sense.
Do you find it, like I find it ironic that 50 Cent will attack Ja Rule, but he won't say nothing to you?
He know better. Shut the fuck up. He know better. He better not say shit, nigga. What he gonna say? I'm the truth. To debate with me or to challenge me would be to challenge the truth. He took the opportunity to say, oh, you didn't deliver. That was the wickedest shit he could say. He mentioned, oh, I stopped giving out hits after the game. Oh, OT Genesis, it didn't work out with him. No, nigga, you failed him too. Oh, and then he had the big hit. What do these niggas got to do with what you did? What have you done for any artist other than myself? After me, my nigga. He ain't did shit. So what can he say? I haven't said anything about him or toward him that is not 100% factual. He was on television. There was a Caucasian homosexual man who was interviewing him along with his co-host. He informed him that last time Vivica Fox was present on their show, she indicated that she thought 50 Cent was a homosexual himself. It called 50 Cent to say, oh no, because I let her have oral sex in my anal hole, she thinks I'm gay, which nobody asked him about those activities at all. They were just saying, hey, the lady alluded to the fact that she thinks there might be some things going on. And his explanation was, I love the way she orally has sex in my ass, so I'm not gonna, he told the gay guy, I promise I'll never do it again. So, you know, I included these type of things on my record. It's not my opinion on them. Yeah. He's on the intro doing these things. Also on the record, if you might be referring to some of the comments I make, but also the record Getting My Loc On kind of sums it all up, from him being comfortable putting out people like Floyd Mayweather's personal business in social media posts. We've become privy of some of his personal business, such as the big giant bumps he supposedly have on his genitals that he cannot get rid of, that he did not address. Somebody threw that mud ball at him. He usually throws mud balls back, but he did not deny that, you know, so I tend to think that that might be the case. Floyd named where he got it from. The nigga didn't, you know, 50, he's vocal in all points. So I figured he actually does have that genital issue, so I included that on the record. He was not vocal enough about separating or putting distance between himself and Buck Jenner when Buck Jenner got caught up in his fiasco, so I included that in the record, but it's not really much of my opinion or what I think about him. It's just me kind of like documenting and detailing some of the events we've all witnessed him go through. He did some of the most deplorable things you can do to a homie when we witnessed him on camera. Pick Tony Yayo up and body slam him into some motherfucking bushes. The whole world knows nobody more loyal to 50 Cent than Tony Yayo. What fun, what character, what integrity can you find in you picking up your boy and slamming him in the bushes like that? Where do they do that? And Tony, my nigga, how was you cool with that, cuz? You didn't want no fade? Like, Monster didn't whoop on him for you? I mean, like, what's happening, cuz? That's how y'all play?
So Tony didn't fight back?
I mean, we didn't see that part in the video.
Yeah.
You know? I never heard about him fighting back. Looked like 50 was having a bunch of fun. He had some, like a onesie on, and he was body slamming Tony Yayo in the bushes with a onesie on. Yeah.
So you also said and mentioned, I think it was on your Wake and Bake show, he used to have men rubbing him down.
Yeah, shout out Halim and Pretty Shy. It's not like I'm telling a secret.
Yeah.
This was done in the presence of groups of people on a continuous, consistent, regular basis. It used to shock me because not only were he have what we would consider romantic interests around a lot of the time, there were a handful of females around in the capacity of dancers, wardrobe, other jobs that could easily hook you up real quick. He had a ritual or a practice that every time he took stage, he would like his back tattoos to be shining when he hit the stage, and I guess his muscles as well. So I don't know if it was a special oil, regular oil, but right there in the dressing room, shortly before he took stage, every evening he would derobe, bareback, and Halim, my nigga, Pretty Shy, my nigga. they would take turns rotating, oiling, and making sure they covered the mass of his back all the way down to everything shining with their bare palm hand. It was such an event that whenever 50 Cent went around and we just sitting back with the rest of the crew talking shit, bagging, them niggas heard about it often. Yeah, you feel me?